Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to ThinkView, and this is NK. And on my desk today is the Samsung Odyssey OLED G8. Now I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to turn off the light, and on your right there will be an IPS display, and on your left there will be the Odyssey OLED G8. Now I will let you decide which one of them has the better color. Obviously, the Samsung Odyssey monitor gives you more vibrant color and much higher contrast compared to an IPS panel. And this is just one of the examples. I have been daily driving these monitors in the past year for both gaming and working. And honestly, this is the best experience I have ever had on a monitor. But beside all the praise, I also want to point out why this monitor isn't for everyone. And now, let's get started. One of the reasons I bought the Odyssey OLED G8 is because of this design. It has a very futuristic looks. It looks clean and modern, not the aggressive and bulky gaming style you see on most gaming monitor. On the back, it even has LED strip that make it look even more futuristic. And since this is a smart monitor, it also comes with a remote control. I can use this remote to control the LED backlit. The build quality on this monitor is literally flawless. What I love most about it is that it's super thin, and that is the advantage of OLED technology because each subpixel here is a light source itself, unlike LCD panel which needs multiple of layers on top of each other and then another backlighting at the bottom of it. And because of the thinness, the whole monitor weighs only around 5.3 kilograms, which is very light for a 32-inch display. Now, about the color quality. Here are all the measurements we got from testing this monitor. I am showing you everything so you can see the full picture here. Understandably, since it's an OLED panel, the color coverage is almost 100% across the board. Black level are basically zero. This 0.01 number here is just pretty much symbolic. And in reality, when the screen shows black spot like this one, it means that the pixel there is turned off completely, so the contrast is extremely high. And as I mentioned before, the Odyssey OLED G8 is also a smart monitor. It runs Tizen OS just like a Samsung TV. So when you're not gaming, you can easily watch Netflix or Apple TV. And to be fair, watching your favorite show on OLED is amazing. And especially watching a football match here is even better. The greeniness of the grass really pops out. And the great thing about watching movie on OLED is that your eyes won't get tired easily because the high contrast make everything very clear. However, I don't really recommend this monitor for color critical works. Compared to professional color accurate panel like MacBook display, the color on this OLED are a bit more saturated. The same when comparing to the Dell Ultrasharp here at ThinkView, the color on the OLED display are much more vibrant. For casual work, it's just fine. I use it every day. But for jobs that demand color accuracy, I think this isn't ideal. And think about it, it actually makes sense, isn't it? Because this OLED G8 is actually made for entertainment, so that is where it shines. And talking about entertainment, we must talk about gaming experience on this monitor because that is the biggest reason I bought this one. The Odyssey OLED G8 has 4K resolution on a 32-inch screen. And let me tell you one of the lessons I learned when buying a monitor. I used to have a 32-inch monitor as well, but that was just 2K. And I used to think that graphic setting is what matters most, because I thought that as long as the image quality is good enough, it will be fine. But I was wrong. I forgot that the bigger the screen, the more clearly you can see the pixelated visual. For example, this gaming handheld here only have a 7-inch display monitor, so even if you play game at Full HD with low setting, it still look okay, right? Because this is a 7-inch display, and with high resolution, it's really hard to spot those blurriness. But if you decided to go with 2K resolution on a 32-inch display, well then everything starts to look blurry and grainy, and the game starts to lose a lot of its emotion and feeling, especially for those racing and open world games. So if you're using the 32-inch monitor, at the very least choose the 4K option to get the best clarity. When you play at max setting, the difference is massive. You will see the lighting, the shadow, the texture detail like gravel, and the colors become more lively and realistic. Basically, you get a full experience of the game, something that small laptop or handheld screen cannot fully show. So once you decided to game on a dedicated monitor, trust me on this one. Go with higher resolution, choose better hardware, and go max setting, and all of that is really worth it. The visual experience you get absolutely match the money you spend. Also, OLED panel doesn't just give you a better color, but it also gives you the faster response time. So when playing esports title like Valorant, you don't have to worry about ghosting or trailing character. And speaking of esports, this monitor also have a 240Hz refresh rate, make everything is incredibly fast, responsive, and smooth. But to be honest, 32-inch isn't ideal for esports. If you want that, you should go for something around 24 to 27 inches. But for someone who mostly play AAA title, I love big screen like this one because it will give you a more immersive feel. And there was one thing that I was really worried about when buying an OLED panel, that was burning after long use. But Samsung has a very interesting solution for this one. They have a copper plate on the back of the monitor to keep the screen cool and also to protect the OLED pixel. And if it detects too much heat, it will automatically lower the brightness, just like how a smartphone works. But during my usage, I always keep the brightness just about 150 to 200 nits, which is perfect for indoor use. And I've never seen it dim itself at all. After years of use, I also didn't see any burning yet. And that's everything I want to share you with. To sum it up, this is the best gaming monitor I have ever used. But this isn't for everyone because for those who demand color accuracy, the OLED G2 is a bit too vibrant in color. It's perfect for watching movies, playing games, and a bit of casual work, but it's not for those who demand color accuracy. But what is your thought on the Samsung Odyssey OLED G8? Let me know in the comment section down below, okay? And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any upcoming videos about the latest tech. Now thanks for watching, this is NK from ThinkView, and see you guys next time.